Hello there, commanders. This is some kind of entity, also known as Commander Kamino Chikara AD7. And well, as you can see from the title, I wanted to show you my Anaconda fitted for exploring, basically. And well, I actually just finished the video where I was, going through all the modules and putting it all in, taking stuff out. And after the video was done, I found out that my mic was off the whole time. So in other words, I was speaking to air, basically. So I had to start it over, and well, I don't need to go through all this module switching and all that, so it's gonna be a quicker video, which I guess is better, because the other video was around 24 minutes. And let's be honest, most people wouldn't have the attention span to go through that. And that's not an insult, by the way. I totally understand. I'm also one of those people. If you can't keep my interest for too long, well, I'll skim through it, and get to the good part. So, yeah, we're on our Anaconda now. And let's see how we have it. Now, first of all, as you can see, I have a 49.21 light year jump. This is with a modded, an engineered FSD. Now, without the FSD engineered as much as I have it, I have a grade 5 modifier on it. But you could still get, at the very least, if you basically modify it, if you basically deck your Anaconda the way I did, you could still at the very least get a 40 light year jump, or at the very most. Between 38 and, well, to be honest, I think you could get even more than 38, because I remember when I first had my Anaconda, I even had all the most hard points on it, and I still had a 36 light year jump. Sure, let's go through it. No hard points. For long range exploring, you're not gonna need hard points, and that was kind of the mistake that I made. I guess that was my second long range trip. Oh, no, that was the first one. The second one, I went to Sagittarius A with my ASP. And the only reason that I returned was because I had all my hard points, which means you need a larger power distributor, and all of that is going to affect your jump range. And you really do not need, especially if you're going to Sagittarius A or to a nebula, you're not going to need it. If you're far enough outside the bubble, you're not going to need it. Even if you're going to Colonia, the chances of you needing your weapons are just really small. Now, if you want to take them, take them. I totally understand. It's just nice to have your weapons on your ship. But just know that it's going to affect your jump range. Here we have one shield booster. I don't even need that shield. I don't want that shield booster. But I'm not gonna sell it. It's a modified shield booster. So let's store that. Thought I already did that. Basically, you're not gonna need that much shield, or shielding rather. Of course. Oh yeah, one thing that I want to say, this version, basically, you're not going to be able to boost. So if you're like looking for landing on high G planets, first of all, I wouldn't advise you to land on a high G planets in an Anaconda. It can be done, I've done it, but at the same time I've also face slammed my Anaconda into a high G planet. So if I were you, I would not do it. And if you're not gonna land on high G planets, if you're careful enough, basically, you're not gonna need that boost. Now, it is nice to have a boost, but it is going to, if you basically put a power distributor and a power plant that will have a thruster that will give you the boost, it's gonna take at least 5 to 6 light years away. And 5 or 6 light years doesn't really sound like much, but if you're going to Sagittarius A, which is a 24,000 light year destination, 6 light years is going to affect you. It's going to increase your journey quite a lot. But yeah, now that we actually took that shoot booster route, we could get a smaller power plant. As you can see, I had a 4A power plant, but we don't really need it. But that's the, yeah, we can't get a... Well, the thing is, a 4C and a 4A gives you the same amount of jump, so it's not gonna, I don't really need to change that. As you can see, I have a modified frame shift drive, a grade 5 modifier on it. But like I said, you can still get a high enough jump range if you don't mod it, you know, if you don't have horizons. Basically just deck your ship the way that I'm doing and you will still get at least a 38 light year jump. At least. Well, life support 5D is good enough. You really don't need a better one. We got a 4D power distributor. You know, that's the lightest we can get. But at the same time, I don't want to go to 4A. Oh no, the 4A is going to... Oh yeah, it's 4C and A are the same. D is the lightest. We got 4 AD sensors. You don't really need better ones. A fuel tank. Now, as you can see, I have a small fuel tank here. But you'll see why, because you are going to need enough fuel, of course. You know, do not play with your fuel. Oh, we got a 5D hull reinforcement package. We don't need that. Yeah, that was an ad. I don't like ads. Yeah, let's store this. And that gives us, wow, a 50.71 light year jump. Whew. Now that is sweet. And we would be able to increase that, but the thing is, you don't want to take too much out of your ship. You know, it still has to be properly. As you can see, we have a 7B fuel scoop. The 7A is a little bit too much for me now. I mean, I don't even think we can buy it here, but it's like 100 or 90 million, around 90 million or 100 million. So yeah, and it's really not worth it. 7B will give you everything you need. Also, one more thing. You can also use this build for long range sightseeing missions. If you wanted to do that, you would put a passenger cabin in here. I would go with the business cabins, you know, a large business cabin, or even a large business cabin and a first class cabin. It will take away around, let me see, around 2 light years. But if you're using it for long range sightseeing missions, that's really a sacrifice that you can keep. And I'm talking about sightseeing missions that give you between 3 and 10 million for not more than 300 light years voyage. So yeah, you can use that. But this is going to be strictly exploring, you know, making millions by finding Earth-like planets, so I'm not gonna need it. We have a 4D shield generator. If you're feeling lucky, you can go without shields. I'm putting a shield on it just in case, you know, I find a sweet planet and I want to land on it and I don't want to damage my ship too much, because as you see, I don't have a what is it called? I forgot what's it called. Automated field maintenance unit. Now, if you want to take this with you, it would be smart enough, you know, because the thing is, you never know what might happen. But I tend to be very careful, considering I have face planted my ships into planets, into suns way too much that right now my focus is just good enough that I don't really need it. But if you're not feeling lucky, if you think you might get in trouble, I would advise you to take one with you. We have a cargo rack, you know, 32 tons. You never know what you might find. So I would advise you to take one. You can even go with a 16-ton cargo rack, but it's not gonna affect your jump range that much. We have a 4G planetary vehicle hangar. You're gonna need this. I have like 2 SRVs. Because the thing is, let's be honest, on a low gravity planet, you might fly off a mountain or something land on your roof, and you're not gonna have a good time. So taking 2 with you, 1 extra, would be smart enough. I have, well, this is important. Take a detailed surface scanner for when you find Earth-like, you know, neutron stars, black holes, something like that, and a advanced discovery scanner. This is a must for every explorer. These goddamn ads, Jesus. But yeah, this is a must for any explorer, these 2 things. I don't care if you're in an ASP or whatever. Take the advanced discovery scanner. It's gonna take you about $1 to get, and a detailed surface scanner. The thing is, with this, as soon as you jump in, you honk that horn and you find everything that's in the system. You don't have to fly around the system to see what's there, and you're not gonna take too much time in every system just trying to find stuff. Of course, a detailed surface scanner is for when you find a Earth-like or something interesting enough that you want to scan. And yeah, I guess that is it. As you can see, we have a sweet 50.71 light year jump. I'm not going to be exploring anytime soon, and I would advise you to not explore anytime soon. And if you're like exploring already and you're a couple of thousand light years away, I would advise you to come back as soon as possible, because we don't know when the next update is going to be put in, and we don't know what's going to happen. So I don't want to be somewhere in Sagittarius A and then hear that the Fargoids have returned and that there's a war going on. So I would stay close, you know, don't go further than the Pleiades or something, basically that you can return in a couple of hours. And well, with 50.71 light years, a trip from the Pleiades back isn't gonna take too long. But yeah, I guess that's all. Yeah, that is all. We don't have anything here that we would. Oh, and one more thing. Like I said before, this is without a boost. If you want to have a boost, you are gonna have to get a good enough power plant on it, and a good enough thruster, and a good enough power distributor. That's basically the most important one. If you have a crappy power distributor, you're not gonna be able to boost even with a 7D thruster. But yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say. This is the Astora tree, I think. Yeah, this was the Astora tree, right? Yeah, Ostara. I keep saying Astora. The Ostara tree. And if anyone is wondering what the Ostara is, well, I'm quite sure all you American God fans know exactly who Ostara is. Ostara of the Dawn is basically Easter. You know, before Christianity took it over, it was the day of Ostara. Ostara of the Dawn. And that's, I don't know, basically I like mythical figures, and in American Gods I have a little, you know, just a little crush on Easter. I mean, come on, she's cute as hell, so how can you not? But yeah, the Ostara tree, my cutter is the Ostara. And if you're wondering what happened to the Ostara 2, that was my beluga, which, well, I was trying to auto dock, and the skimmer decided he wanted to sit on my face. And I didn't have very good shields, so it exploded. And I didn't have the money to buy it back. So yeah, that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I'll not be making that mistake again. Do not fly without a fucking rebuy, or you're not gonna have a good time. But yeah, because that's all I wanted to say, Commanders. Stay safe, stay awesome. Most importantly, stay yourself.